Hello, my name is Gabrielle Carter. This presentation will go over my annotated bibliography. My topic was on the study of animals and biomedical research. Over hundreds of years, animals have been used for medical, commercial, and scientific research. Scientists will develop theories that need to be tested and experimented before they can move on to humans. The purpose of this is to get a better understanding on the side effects and efficiency of the drugs, treatments, or procedures that they come up with. It also helps determine the safety of a product. There are dozens of animals that are used in biomedical research. These images show the use of rats, monkeys, rabbits, dogs, cats, and pigs. Other common animals are guinea pigs, horses, sheep, and even fruit flies. These animals undergo invasive and non-invasive procedures. Invasive would be like surgical procedures, and non-invasive is when nothing is injected into the body. Looking back on the previous pictures, ethics does play a part into the use of animals in research. However, with the sources I looked over and the scientists I wrote about, they discussed the regulations that they must follow in order to keep the animals safe and free of pain. Ethical measures do vary between countries and cultures. This information leads into the next discussion about alternatives to animal research. For example, computers and microorganisms could take over the use of larger animals and prevent them from harm. The issue with this is that they don't give the precise outcomes, and they can't give the exact results that can be taken from living animals and humans. We can think about it like this. Is it worth giving medication to humans without knowing the possible outcomes and side effects that we can portray? The type of species varies on the research and data that a scientist is trying to acquire. I have added a quote from one of my sources. In Tissue Engineer, and the author states, one animal species may be suitable to study the efficiency of a treatment, whereas another species may be more suitable to study the safety of that same treatment. This is saying that there are particular animals that have elements to undergo a research study to portray the desired outcomes. I have provided a specific study in their use of monkeys. Journalist Sally Goodman states that evolutionary arguments also mean that primate models are the only viable option for research on some infectious diseases. This is because we already know so much about monkeys, and they have so much similar anatomy to humans already that it's easier to study the diseases. She continues by describing how primates are infected with similar immunodeficiency virus, SIV, a close relative of HIV. They become very rapidly ill. Symptoms closely mirror human AIDS. This highlights the purpose of animals and how their use is critical to study diseases such as AIDS. Other research that goes on today includes the study of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Once a product or drug has passed through clinical animal trials, they get to be approved and move to human clinical trials. At this point, they have obtained any information of known outcomes and side effects in animals and can observe humans closely for any complications. Today, animal research helps studies with the creation of new medicines, vaccines, beauty products, soaps, and food that we consume and use on a daily basis. Many profit and nonprofit organizations support the use of animals in their own research. I have listed 4 common nonprofit charity organizations. These include the American Cancer Society, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, the American Heart Association, and Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. They use animals to study treatments and therapies, to come up with new cures, to study things like gene therapy and cloning, to do stem cell research, and to confront deadly diseases such as heart disease and stroke. Many disciplines and areas of science and research have benefited from the use of animals. This includes anatomy and physiology with the way the body works and functions, pathology and the study of diseases and pathogens, pharmacology and toxicology with medicines and vaccines, and biology in order to study life, our chemical processes, and the development of our bodies. These are my references, and all of my photos were taken from Google Slide search.